Evening, y'all. Chief Prepper here. So let's talk about something. We're going to talk about Americans. We're going to talk about austere living. Let's do the austere living first. I've talked about before how life was in Iraq. The first time I was there was worse, so to speak, than the second time. Both trips were bad. First time I was outside of Samara for a month, and then I was in Mosul for 11 and a half or 10 and a half months. While we were in Samara, the only thing we had was Porta Johns, all right? And then when we were up in Mosul, we had Porta Johns, and then we had Iraqi bathrooms with porcelain plumbing. If you know what porcelain, it means like a fucking toilet you can sit on. Problem with those toilets was they were infested with mosquitoes, and for whatever reason, the retarded motherfuckers from Iraq, using Western plumbing ideas and techniques, made the sewage line so small you could not put the toilet paper in the toilet. You had to put it in a wastebasket inside the stall. So I preferred to use the fucking porta john because at least, even though it stunk, it didn't smell exactly like human shit all the time. I mean, it smelled like human shit, but you had the blue chemical in there with it. Okay. The water for our showers and for the toilets came from a tank on the roof. That came from the Tigris or the Euphrates River up in whatever river is close to Mosul. It was not potable water. We could not brush our teeth with it. We could shower in it, but we could not drink it. All right. So all of our water came from bottled water. All of our food came from the dining facility, unless we spent money out of our pocket. And a long time ago, you weren't allowed to have greenbacks on the battlefield. Somewhere along the way that changed. So they had AFES, Army and Air Force exchange system. Basically, it's like a corner store. We call it the shopette. All right, where you can buy things like candy and sodas and crackers and cookies and cheese whiz and peanut butter and jelly in small quantities. So if you didn't choose to spend the money on that, the only time you got to eat or drink coffee was when you went to the dining facility. And then obviously using the bathroom, going in a porta john is way better than shitting off the side of a log, right? And digging a hole. So I've said before, sometimes on people's lives, that then in a true grid down, long-term shit hits the fan event, if you're in a city, you're quickly going to have sewage problems. And you're quickly going to run out of water. Right? Most Americans don't know how to fucking live unless they're glamping. You know, glamping is camping in an RV with your own bathroom, your own water and everything. And you don't have any shortage of resources. You know, you don't have to cook over a fire, blah, 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 blah. So, this is going to lead into Americans. The uber rich Americans, many of them are white, that travel all around the world. They are even guilty of thinking that everyone lives like we live in America. Most of the world does not live like we do. Most of the world, some of the world's rich, uber rich, do not live as well as our poor people in our country that are on welfare. Okay? Because of that, there's a lot of people that don't like us. That's without us going around for the last 60 to 80 years imposing our will on the world. And you need to understand that I don't think there's a way this ends well. So you need to understand that some of the reasons the world hates us is because of our consumption rate. We as Americans consume 2 to 3 times as much as some of the other countries in the world. As in, like per capita, per person, our consumption rate is 2 to 3 times sometimes 4 times higher than other countries' per capita consumption rate. Right? So, you need to understand, you know, it's going to be bad. All right. So, you need to really tighten up your preps on your ability to get water to drink first, water to drink, cook second, and water to do dishes with and to wash yourself with. That's a lot of water. That doesn't count water for your animals, dogs, cats, chickens, livestock, your crops that you're going to need to grow. So concentrate on your water and understand that Americans, there's a reason most of the world wants to come here. And even if they're not friendly, their life is better here than it is wherever they came from. All right. So, and understand austere living. Now, I said before, you're going to need to learn how to take whore baths. Face, feet, pits, and preferably have a separate cloth for your groin area. Right? One that you're going to have to wash a little bit more to get a little bit cleaner. But in that order: face, feet, pits, groin last. And you'll be lucky to get those once a week, once every few days, if you have time and it's safe. Nothing more vulnerable than standing naked or with your pants down around your ankles, washing your stuff, or undressed. Even if you got a weapon close, you're vulnerable. So during a true shit hits the fan event, every adult person, teenage daughter or son, will need to have a firearm on them 24 hours a day. Goes to the bathroom with you, goes to the shower with you, is on your person 24 hours a day. Because there won't be no time to go get it if you need it. With the escalation and things going on, we've had some weird things happen around my property in the last 48 hours, so I'm probably going to get the hammer drill out and drill a hole in the floor and demonstrate how to put a door stop in that is quite substantial. I'm going to have to figure out how to do the upper one. The upper one may be as well, but it may be different in as and there may not be no gap from the door on the top. It may be one that we bolt at night, and it just stays bolted. And then the one on the floor will be in at night as well. The back door, I can put a screw in the door jamb, and it's pretty stout. I can drill another one and put 2 in there, and then people's ability to kick that in will be greatly reduced as well. I can show that one fairly quick on a video. You need to harden your doors and your windows. If you haven't taken my recommendation, if you live somewhere where you can get cactus, put cactus around your windows and in entry points around your property, like corners of your fence. So when they hop down into cactus. And if they don't know, then they're gonna be hurting pretty bad. All right. Information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot. Share the love. G Prepper out.